Rock back here, tinkering around with this 316 arc again. Got my glass from Dan Davis. I'm still waiting on my cone. I think that acts as a heat shield to go above the mantles. It's a really thin brass on the top of here. And if you remember from the last video, thing's not burning quite up to par. Pretty sure it's the generator. So today we're going to tear into this generator, work on it while we're waiting for the cone and my clips that go up here to hold the globe in place in the top of the vent. Got those ordered, and so let's tear in this generator and see if we can make this thing burn like it's supposed to. That style. I'm assuming that's original to the lantern. Like I said, I'm missing, I got one clip here for the globe, the glass, but I'm missing 3, but I do have those on order from Bruce, along with the cone that was set over top of here that acts as a, I'm pretty sure its only purpose is acts as a heat shield. I think, like I said, this is a really thin brass. It's my reproduction glass from Dan Davis. I really like it. Remember, I replaced this nut here, so it's a different size. If I can find the original square nut like that, I may have one down here in my drawer. I will put one back on it. The one that was on it was stripped. It's still a little bit warm where I had it lit. That's a 9/16. Boy, that had some nasty stuff pop out of it. See it there on my hand. So that was probably restricting the fuel flow just a little bit. Anyway, before I start on that generator, while I'm thinking about it, this right here, the little match door is warped up with a little lever. Open it and close it. So let's see if we can heat that up. Get it good and hot. Now let's let it cool down. I'm not going to mess with it no more for a while. See what happens. I'm just going to tighten that down a little better. Before we do that, let's just check our fuel flow. Oh yeah, definitely get a good flow through the valve. So that tells me it's definitely the generator. Alright, somebody for some reason has had a pipe wrench or something on this. They've kind of flattened it. It's a wonder they hadn't destroyed it. But I can see the teeth marks, and my generator nut won't slide up past that point. .3/8 to remove that generator tip. Look at that. Looks like a heavy carbon solid carbon buildup in there. A little crack in it, at the end of it there where the fuel's been pushing through. Oh yeah. You know, before I couldn't blow through it. Now that I cleaned that crap out of the end, I can actually blow through it. Oh, that crap. It's falling out of it. I can see right now it's going to take a lot of heating and quenching. Alright, I've given up on the generator. Like I said, it's mashed flat. I mean, I can't get that packing out there. I guess I'm going to have to try to source out a new generator. But I did take this off the clamp. I'm going to have to do some cleaning up now. But my lid did stay back down. My door. But when I would open it, it would open easy, but when I try to close it, it would mash back up in there. So what I'm doing, it's too hard to turn. So what I'm doing is I'm getting my screwdriver underneath this little brass washer. Just prying up on it a little bit. Working it all the way around. And that's giving me a lot smoother control. I think right there is where I need it. Now I can open it and close it. Before, when I closed it, it was bending it back up because it was just too much pressure. I think that takes care of that part. Kind of discolored it there where I heated it. I ain't too much worried about the inside. I think that'll work. Anyway, let's get this thing back together. Like I said, I can blow through it now, so I think it's going to make some difference, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Put the collar and the rest of it back on there. Alright, that ought to be on there plenty tight enough now. No, I'm not going to let this generator whoop me. I'm bringing out the big guns. Alright, I got some fiberglass rope. This is a stove rope, the wood burning stove that I unraveled. Got a really thin piece of copper wire. I barely hooked that on the top. Feed that through there. Voila. Didn't go quite as far as I wanted it to, but ain't no big deal. I'll push it in a little farther from this end. So we're packed just about the whole length of the generator. What I'm looking for. Got y'all out of frame. Y'all see that? She's spraying perfect. Of course, I destroyed my mantles. About forgot my piece here. I think it's time for a pair of silk lights. Yep, she's definitely gonna be cold-natured. Oh, look at that. Alright, there she is, burning to her full glory. Got a little bit of a lean to it, but you know I'm not really worried about that. I'm not going to try to straighten it. I'm afraid I'll make it worse. And what happened? I try to straighten that. I don't want to ruin it. It's got a story to tell. It's its own. It's got its own character. The Leaning Orc. But I'm going to go ahead and turn this thing off. I'm not going to burn it too much longer because, like I said, I don't have my cone in there yet for heat shield. Pretty sure the only reason that cone's in there is just to keep the heat away from that thin brass. So let's go ahead and shut this thing down. And I'll be waiting on the mill for my cone and my globe clips. I think Bruce has got another name for those. Some kind of a nut, but I'm just going to call them globe clips. Said I've got to take this apart, boil that in vinegar, and see if I can get a better seal in there. Maybe replace that lead seal. We'll see, one or the other, maybe both. But there you go, 316 Orc generator repair. Y'all know the routine. Like, share, subscribe. God bless.